Miami went up 3-0 last night. And then, of course, the Nuggets went up 3-0 over the weekend. They'll try to close it out tonight. How impressed are you with these two teams right now?
Very impressed. Very impressed. I mean, look at the Miami Heat. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks like they stole something, even though Giannis came back and, yeah, he was hurt, and people are going to remember that, but they still beat them like they stole something in 5 games. Jimmy Butler's out here trash-talking Drew Holiday, one of the best defenders of the last decade, and they just carry that swagger along with them. Going to New York, they went to the Garden. They weren't phased there, Chad. And they just have a lot of dogs with chips on their shoulders. We talk about this every time we come in, and you think about Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, and Eric Spoelstra is starting to get that credit that he's deserved ever since the Heatles era with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. But since those guys were on the team, he didn't get the credit then. And then plus, you got Pat Riley as his mentor, so everybody gives Pat Riley the credit. But you know, the Miami Heat, they're so fun to watch. You look on the other side, same thing with the Nuggets. They're fun to watch. And both teams are really similar. They really are. They have big men that you could put the ball in their hands, and Bam Adebayo and Nikola Jokic, and they can orchestrate your offense. Both of them do it in different styles, but they're very similar into their really good passers. Like Bam Adebayo is dropping dimes in this series. Duncan Robinson cutting off back doors, Jimmy Butler, all those guys, they play off him really well. And we know Nikola Jokic, he's a triple-double threat every single night. Jimmy Butler and Jamal Murray, you put the ball in their hands, they could get any shot they want. Any shot they want. Like, I'm thinking Darvin Ham, that's why starting Jared Vanderbilt, that wasn't the move. Last week, I said, start Rui Hachimura. Start him, because Jared Vanderbilt isn't stopping Jamal Murray. He's in there to be a defensive stopper, but he's not giving you anything offensively. So if he can't stop Jamal Murray, he's just out there getting good cardio in. Right. He's exercising in the NBA playoffs. He's useless. You think about those guys on the other side, Joe Mazzulla. Stop switching. It's too late now. It's too late now. Yep. He has too much confidence.
You've been telling him for 3 games.
Wow. It's the most annoying thing in the world, Chad, because during the regular season, switching's cool because not everybody's playing hard. You're conserving energy. And then, like, it's just a different game in the regular season. I continue to say that. That's why it's just so annoying that these guys can't figure it out. You know, because you could get so far in the playoffs, but you're going to get exposed eventually. If you don't have guys that can knock down the mid-range shot, if you don't have a post player that you could throw the ball to, or even your guards have to be able to post up if you don't have a big man that could, you know, have his back to the basket and do some things. If I'm Jason Tatum this offseason, I'm working on my post game. I'm doing the old cliche, hey, Hakeem Olajuwon, you still working out, guys? Do you still do that? Can I come out to Houston and spend the weekend with you? Maybe the week, I'll pay you. You know I just got paid. I'll give you some money. And Dream said, okay, brother. Come on in.
Can I get some spin training?
Yeah, just, you know, he needs a post game because they don't have any post players. While on the other side, LeBron, he's not that same guy. And Anthony Davis, he's so busy worrying about Nikola Jokic, he's exhausted. Talk about somebody that just has nothing left. AD has nothing left. Nothing. Because he's trying to play Joker, and Joker's just wearing them down. Plus, he's trying to help his other teammates, and they're getting torched. And then Mazzulla and Darvin Ham just completely getting out coached, but it's not necessarily, you know, motivation tactics. It's who you have in the game at the right times type stuff. Like, that's the playing chess in the playoffs that you have to do as a coach. I remember when the Miami Heat were playing the San Antonio Spurs back in 2014 in the finals, every time LeBron would come in, Pop would sub Kawhi. Every single time. Go watch that series. You're not going to find many times LeBron and Kawhi weren't on the court at the same time. Because he knew you're the only guy that could slow him down. You might not be able to stop him, but with the help that we got, you got Timmy down low, you got defenders everywhere. You know how sneaky Manu is. We got guys that are going to help you, Kawhi. Just make life rough for him. That's that chess match stuff. Joe Mazzulla and Darvin Ham, they haven't been doing that. Both of those guys have way too much faith and confidence in their guys. And that both of them are first-year coaches, and that's what they're going to have to figure out.
Right.
You know, when you're a first-year coach, you don't want to step on guys' toes, especially when you've played, because you want, as an NBA player, that's why college coaches don't do well in the NBA, because they're so used to teaching. You have to balance the teaching aspect and then letting those guys figure stuff out on their own because they're grown-ass men. They got families. They're getting paid millions. They're getting paid way more than you're getting paid as a head coach. You got to trust them. And they're doing way too much trust. Starting D'Angelo Russell, that's way too much trust. 1 for 8 from the field, 3 turnovers. He gives you nothing. 3 points. He gives you nothing. He's completely shot from the series. Why are you playing him, Darvin Ham?
He is still doing it. He's done it the whole series, Zay. And now as it's gone on, before the series began, were talking about it. As the series progressed, you were talking about it. And I didn't hear the national media guys really get into it until they watched, I think it was after game 2. That some of the national guys were like, okay, it's got to stop. And it still hasn't stopped. He's still starting it, and he's not going with Hachimura either to get some size out there on Jokic early. There was a little bit of run in this last game, in this game 3, when LeBron actually started hitting those threes.
Right.
Hit a couple, got a little rhythm going, but so impressed with the way Denver has played. With all due respect to Miami, trust me, Jimmy Butler, if you're out there, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but consistently game in and game out, I think Denver might be the most consistent team we're watching, and they answered everything the Lakers had. They're in the Lakers' house. Crowd was trying to get it going. Crowd was trying to turn things, and they just kept coming. Jamal Murray, so impressive with what he's been able. The thought of he and Jimmy Butler facing each other in the finals is starting to really excite me. With all due respect to those bigs, because I like both of those guys.
Oh, Joker, Bam Adebayo, that's going to be a movie.
It's going to be great. But if we get to see Butler's resolve against Murray's resolve, it's going to be so good. I just realized this. You just brought up the saddest moment of this series if I'm a Celtics fan. Marcus Smart took a swing at a guy in an NBA game in 2023, and the swing was so weak, they called it a common foul. Did y'all check that out yesterday? Think about that for a second. They're looking to call anything flagrant, and they came back and went, yes, it's a common foul, ball out of bounds on the side.
Wait. They probably feel bad for him. I mean, how do you go into the scouting report as a Boston Celtic and the number one option is to stop Jimmy Butler? Okay. Then you got to go through Bam Adebayo. Okay. You're not stopping either one of them. But then you got other guys like Gabe Vincent giving you 29.
Dude, they're just...
Max Strus giving you 15 and stuff in multiple games. Duncan Robinson, he's coming in, gave you a solid 22. Cutting back door. Duncan Robinson's beating guys off the dribble. Yeah. Once I saw that yesterday, I thought, this game's over. That happened really early.
Back cuts. Everything. Oh, my God.
But Duncan Robinson shouldn't be shimmying you off the dribble and getting his own layup. That's not his game. They're doing stuff out of the ordinary. Gabe Vincent, his shot in game 2. How big was that to the dagger?
Yep.
The confidence that he has. You ain't going to shoot that. That's kind of how he looked at him. Like, you ain't going to shoot that. Oh, wow. You just busted my head.
Those two guys got 25 shots combined in the last game. Jimmy Butler, I say only had 16, 8, and 6, but he spread it out. Vincent led him with 29. 22 off the bench for Robinson. We keep talking about it, man. They are a group of cold-blooded killers, and if you let them get started, they're going to destroy you.